Just a quick video on getting started with Teambuildr. By now, you should all have received an email to create a profile within our Teambuildr account. So I'm just going to tap into that one. There would have been a generated temporary password that you'll use to log in to start with. Otherwise, I'm just going to tap that Get Started button. And it's going to take me to a page to then download the app. I've already downloaded the app, so I'm just going to click Open. And then from there, you'll essentially use your temporary login to log in with. You can change your password later on at any stage, okay? But essentially what you're going to come to is maybe a page, something like this with no workouts, and that's fine. The best way to see what a week is going to look like for you is on that top right icon, the calendar looking one. We've got our week, and in terms of those red or green or orange dashes, that's days that we've got a session planned for us. Okay, so I'm going to tap into the Monday the 21st, and that's going to be my session for the day. So there's a fair bit going on here at the moment. So let's just have a quick run through of the basic premise of everything. So at the top, we've got our release grease prime, which is essentially our movement prep. So we'll need to tap into that one and then tap into that top right-hand corner paperclip to then take us to a link with our movement prep. Within here, we can then go into a link with videos of everything on that list. So if you're doing a program that is away from training and you're doing it at home, for example, you're going to have access to all the videos within what you need to do. Within the season and when you're turning up to training regularly, there's still going to be these videos available, and I would still recommend that everyone should be having a look at how their warm up or their movement prep, or any of the exercises, how they're actually going to be looking and how they should be performed, so that when you come to training, it's going to be a lot easier for you to know what's actually going on and what we expect of you and how we expect you to perform everything. Okay. So that's our movement prep. Moving down the page, we've got our velocity block. So that's where we're going to do all our jumping, all our landing, things like that. Then we come down into our strength block here. So that's where we can start to see we've got essentially an A sequence with our squat and our push-up, a B sequence, and then a C sequence. So all that means is that they're two exercises paired with each other. So I will do one set of goblet squats, okay? Then I would go and do a set of push-ups. Then I would go back to my goblet squat for a set and back to my push-ups for a second set, okay? If I've got 3 sets, I'll need to do that 3 times. If I've got 4, I'll need to do it 4 times, okay? Most importantly with these ones, we want you to start to track your weights or how much you're lifting, okay? So let's say if I'm lifting 10 kilos for 12 reps on my first set, and then I could be lifting 16 kilos in the second set, okay? And then I click save at the bottom. All right, that's going to become really important because at the end of each week, reports are going to get created for coaches to then be able to see how you're progressing. And all we want to see is a nice steady build of strength in terms of your weights that you're using, okay, and the amount of reps that you're completing, okay? So it doesn't mean you need to try and lift 100 kilos more each time you come in, but we should be looking to see it's a nice steady progression throughout the season. So a really good way for you to see that yourself is if we tap into our top right icon, the green clock, we can see our history of how much weight we've used and for how many reps. So we don't have to think about what we've previously done. We've got it right there in front of us because we're going to be tracking everything that we're doing within our strength sessions. Okay. As we make our way down, there might be some exercises that are a body weight only. So you might only need to enter in how many reps you've done. And I can just click save on that one. Okay. Same with our side plank. No weight involved for this one. So I can just click tick just to make sure I've done it. Again, that's going to be important for coaches looking back at this because we want to see that you're valuing getting stronger and better as an individual, and we want to see that you're actually doing all of this stuff. Okay. Whereas if we look at a report for a week and see everything's left blank, you may have done it, you may not. We're going to very much assume that you've totally missed it, and it's not the greatest look when coaches are essentially reviewing everything that you've done. Okay. Lastly, to finish off with, one thing I forgot to mention before was that each exercise will have video for everything. So if I want to see how a movement should be performed, I can tap into that top right video camera icon, the red one, and then I'll be able to play a video and have a look at to make sure I'm performing everything how I should be, which is going to be really important in case you do get a program to then do at home, like if you're on holidays or something like that. But also it's a great one to see because now you're going to have a really good idea of what you're going to be going through when you turn up at training rather than coaches needing to sort of start off from a blank slate. Okay. If anyone has any issues at all with Teambuildr, please come and see us at training. It's a really simple one to stay on top of and manage. There's very little that you can sort of mess up and go wrong with. You can't actually change anything. It's just a matter of telling us everything that you've done, like our weights here again. Okay. I think that's it for me.